Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Amazing. What a nice deep voice, man. It's gonna be very relaxing.
Oh, thank you.
How do I call you? Do I call you OZARKA?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, okay. So OZARKA, just to let you know, I mean, it was written in the Reddit post, but I'm streaming right now,
hmm
so it doesn't mean too much. Like we just need to be careful about like some crazy words, but usually like
No,
we
I
don't use
got you. Don't
them.
worry.
Yeah.
We won't
So
say any no words. No gamer words around
exactly.
here.
Yeah, so that's the only point of it. Another thing that I have to tell you like right away is that I've had some huge internet issues this morning. Like internet cut like 13 times in like 6 hours. But it
Jeez.
has been stable for the last 2 hours. So I'm hoping that it will be stable for the whole coaching. But just know that if I stop answering or like it just means that it cut and I'm gonna be back like in like 2 minutes maximum.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay, amazing. So let's see, Ozarka. So you sent me a bit of a resume, so I had the time to go through it again. So you're Diamond 4 on NA right now, without like tryharding too much ranked. That you told
hmm
me 100 games played, around that in like the whole like split one.
Yes.
Um,
I think it's something I'm at like 103 right now.
okay, okay, but you're trying to go at least for a master tier this season. Since you're getting back into League here recently, what made you come back to League? Is it like because you have more time, or just because you got more interested in the game recently?
Um, I've just always been back and forth with League.
Oh yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I was actually heavily addicted in high school, and I played still continuously up until Valorant came out. And I still played when Valorant was out, but I was Valorant switched over to kind of my main focus for a little bit.
Okay.
Um, but I've just been back and forth, but I haven't actually played a real ranked season since shit, I don't even know. Let me check my OPGG.
I
I got Diamond 4. Like I said, I would just get Diamond and then kind of just sit on it. Yeah, I got so I peaked Diamond 4 when there was still Diamond 5 back in season 8, and then I just haven't really played much since.
okay. I mean, it's pretty decent that you like was able to kind of maintain your rank without playing that much. Okay. And have you always been playing Tryndamere, or is it like just a new thing, or what's your story with
Yeah,
Tryndamere?
I he was actually kind of the only character I played when I first started.
Let's
I
go.
went exhausting night every game back in good old season 1. But then just he's always just kind of been my main.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Never
Uh,
really won. I can't really say I one trick him because I definitely play other champs, but he's by far my most played and favorite.
Okay, so I'm guessing you know Boxer Pete.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
love that.
guessing you he was your favorite.
He was my favorite. I liked him more than any other streamer.
Okay, do you remember there was this guy that I was watching when I started learning the champion in season 7, but he like kind of disappeared after a year or two. It was JC. It was a guy in
Yeah,
OCE. You remember that guy?
yeah, I do remember JC.
Yeah. So okay, so
It was
you're an
like,
old timer.
yeah, it was Boxer Pete, JC, Fogged, and then there was the Ranger
Mm-hmm.
ZX.
Yeah. Okay, so you have the
Those were the four big
references.
ones.
Okay, okay. Well, so we have the objective. So we're gonna do a live game. So whenever we are doing a live game plus a review, what I'm doing like in my coachings is I'm trying to find like the 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 like weak spots that if you work on you will have like the most results and try to
For
focus
sure.
on those. Do you have any idea of what will these be for you?
My guess is probably lane autopiloting because I feel like I got macro down pretty well. Uh, but in like hard matchups, I think I find myself just kind of like auto shoving or not playing aggro enough,
Okay.
or maybe too aggro sometimes.
Okay. So yeah, that will be it. Laning issues. Okay, okay, okay. Well, what we can start doing, like you can start sharing your screen, start looking for a game, and we'll keep doing a bit of talking until we find one.
Sure.
Let's just make sure that it works nice and smoothly. Okay, it seems to be working really well. Perfect. Okay, so the way I like to approach my live game reviews is like during the game I try like not to pilot you. Of course, I feel like it's bad coaching if I'm telling you do this, go there, use this spell,
Mhm.
etc. I will ask you some questions, that's for sure. Of course, if you have any question yourself that you would want to ask me, I will like answer all of those for sure.
Mhm.
Also, I don't know how confident you would feel like just kind of explaining your thought process on the spot, like just thinking out loud. Um,
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I actually
okay.
stream a little bit myself, so I'm kinda used to it.
Oh, nice. Okay. You stream like for friends, or are you like trying to build something? Yeah.
Just occasionally, I'll just throw on a stream, see if I can rope anyone in.
Okay, nice. So yeah. So if you give me your thoughts, plus like I will ask you a few questions, then like I will have all the content that I need for the game. Also, like don't feel like any pressure regarding like the outcome or like if it's a stomp one way or another. Like if it's too big of a stomp, we might like throw another one or maybe look at the review. Like if you have played on the current patch, I don't know, but yeah,
Uh,
we will be looking
I
for
have
more
not.
content. It's okay. Like if it's, let's say it's a 10 minutes and a 4v5 game, like we'll go for another one. Like there's no
I
problem with
gotcha.
that.
I
And
gotcha.
yeah, I think that will be it. Um, I don't like to talk too much about the builds. Oh yes, so you're a big straight breaker guy. So I would like to talk about the build then, because
Okay.
so I've seen like the whole like straight breaker hype recently, and some like really good players that I know told me like you need to try it, you need to play it, etc.
Mhm.
I haven't like really got into it. I can see like some of its strengths and but also like some of its weaknesses. I would just like to because I feel like you can build like different things on Tryndamere these days. You have different options because none of them is like really like super good. As long as you do things for a reason. So what are your reasons to go for this build?
Really, I was just trying it out. I saw people were talking about it. I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a go,"
Mhm.
because I hadn't really found a build that kinda clicked for me.
Okay.
I was okay with Gale Force, but I wasn't, like, huge on it. Um, really, I just miss that IE is a mythic,
Oh
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
miss building
That's
IE.
terrible.
So and then I did see some guy on the Reddit actually just recently, he was talking about how he goes Kraken or Hydra Kraken IE like every game.
Well,
And I was
that's
like,
what
that sounds
Ranger
kind of
was
neat.
doing today on stream. Um, that's what Ranger was doing on stream, and my only concern was like, but like, it's really good when once you get on top of your opponents. But by the time you have 3 items, your opponents at least have 2.5. And
Yeah,
what if it's an ADC with Gale Force? What if it's like anyone like a mage with Everfrost? What if it's like anyone that can kite through like every single champion in the game, like a Tristana? Like okay, you have those 3 items and you're facing a Tristana. Well, okay, she jumps out, you ghost, she ults you, you E, but you
you
don't close the distance, you know. So
and then you
that's
got
my
a
only
slower, and then you got a
concern.
flash. Yeah,
Yeah, so I feel like okay, like I see what's good about it in terms of pure stats. Like it's gonna be the hardest autos you hit, but I'm not sure that it will be consistent into different comps. But let's forget about the build. Oh, you have the skins. Let's go.
I
Um,
got every single one, baby.
let's go. I have just two exercises for you to start the game. So whenever everyone would have picked their champion, I would like you to do what they call like the thinking, which is pretty much like just looking at the champs in both teams and just telling me what goes through your mind, like the strengths, weaknesses, the matchups, anything you can think of regarding the game. Once everyone would have picked, I would need that from you. And then when the
Sure.
game starts, as much as you can do of jungle tracking, just let me know like what you're thinking about like the jungle pathing, etc.
I
And other
gotcha.
than that,
That
I will let you do your
is
thing.
is that a Tom Top? I think. Okay. Right off the bat, this already seems like cancer since it looks like it's
Yeah.
either a Tom or Varus top lane. Um, but this actually looks like a team I may be able to group with because we have a Braum and a Vex, and then the piece, so everyone's gonna kind of go in all together. Never mind, just get
That's why I hate to do the thinking in lob, you man.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'd be thinking for
Never
like 2 minutes
mind.
straight about like every aspect of the game, and then it just dodges. But I really like
Yeah,
that already we're looking at the teams and ways out, because the laning was gonna be disgusting. So like we already had to find like ways to win the game that were not like winning
win
our
lane,
laning phase
yeah.
and snowballing it.
Although I don't necessarily hate the Tom matchup now that they moved his E to his ult, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still kind of annoying.
Yeah, it is. So I mean, I've been trying something recently, and it has worked for me. Like, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not telling you like to do that 100%, etc. But
For sure.
I mean, I've been developing a bit of a playstyle like where I kind of like refuse to play the game in some sort of way, and I just play items and runes. So I play Hullbreaker, I play Demolish, and I realized that. So I did like an Unranked to Masters like split only account where I had to go Hullbreaker in the first 3 items and demolish every single game. And I only realized after doing that and after playing it for like 80 games this season that I could go like even one step ahead, where I realized that I'm not using my lethal tempo when I'm doing that, because I'm kind of like just hitting objectives and ignoring the fights. So I actually went grasp into some tanks, and I swear that I'm actually now my favorite matchup is Malphite matchup. I beat Malphite at every stage of the game. Like early, mid, late game, I just beat Malphite with the grass procs. And it's been very interesting. So it's a playstyle. It's not like, I don't think it's like straight up how you should absolutely play the game, because then you're
Right.
kind of reliant on your team not being stupid and not getting engaged 5v4 in a TP and not losing the game, and you cannot expect that from them in solo queue.
For
But
sure.
I've had more than like 70%, I think, win rate with this in Master Plus. So it's just like
Okay.
an idea that I'm throwing that goes kind of in the box of, because there's no good build on Tryndamere, you have to find like the less worst option that you can find, you know?
Yeah, the whatever fits the lobby or the your play style.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm sure like we will have enough things like to talk about during the game that will not be like build reliant. But yeah, I
I
would have to.
gotcha.
I have to try Stradebreaker just for the experience, just for the knowledge. I have to do my homework.
It it is a lot of fun. You don't really, depending on the lane, depends on how hard you spike. Like if you oh thank God they banned Eve. I don't know why. I always have bad luck against Eves. It's like they always seem to get fed. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's because people know how to lane against her or what. But and I like the strike breaker just because you just feel sticky. You just feel so sticky.
I
Like even
see.
if you miss W, you just strike breaker.
Mm. Okay, I
And now
see.
that it has attack speed on it, it's or not attack speed. It's got more AD on it, so it actually still you still kind of spike pretty hard. You just have a lot less crit.
Mm. Because the way I'm thinking about it without even building it, just like I'm like, okay, some people build it mid for the iron spike whip and the push power, but then you have Hydra, which is like just better at pushing. And some people build it like to stick on your opponent, but then you have Navori that's kind of like better also at sticking, I feel. So I'm like, mm, I I don't know, but yeah, I still have to try it. I know that the rank one like trend in the world like recently, there was only one challenger player with Tryndamere. There's none today, but there used to be one a few weeks ago, and he was Korean and he was playing Stridebreaker every game. So there has to be like something to it for sure.
And there, a lot of the people that play it are also the mid Tryndamirs. They
Oh
prefer him
yeah,
mid,
yeah.
but I don't have a preference. I'll go mid or top with him. I don't generally play him mid unless like I see who top's picking first,
Mm,
because I don't know, that feels kind of selfish. And if there's one thing I've learned from solo queue, it's to not piss off your teammates.
exactly. Okay,
Uh,
so whenever our mid laner picks, we can try to do the thinking again. Hopefully it doesn't dodge.
this looks This looks like a never fight team almost, unless we can get a good pick or something. Because I don't ever want to look at Camille Leona or deal with Camille Leona in a team fight.
Hmm.
I might actually. This might be an IE game. I haven't tried it. Like I said, this is my first game since this morning because it's 10 a.m. But so I want to try the new IE, but like I said, I don't. I did the practice tool just to get like a feel for like how that guy build or for how that build plays, but it's more. Oh yeah, Ghost changes out.
Oh, true. True, true.
Oh yeah, it's 15 seconds now. Holy shit! Oh yeah, we don't get a refresh on takedowns. Well, sorry. I was fun to say I wanted to try the IE build, but like or that one build with Russian Hydra, but it doesn't.
You never
I don't know.
stood
I
a
haven't done it yet,
chance.
and I think with this much peel, he's cleanse. With that much peel, I might just go to Strikebreaker just because that's what I've been doing.
This'll be a slaughter.
Against this team, I don't know if I want to group all that much. I might if we can get like some early fights, or maybe we can fight over an objective before I show up or something.
Follow my blade.
But I don't mind the Camille matchup too much. I mean, Ignite's a little scary, but you can kind of bully her 1-2, and then around
My
3 it
right
gets a little
arm is
harder.
a lot stronger than my left arm. You never stood a
Hey,
chance.
Oh, he's not going.
what's the thinking behind the starter? The blade refillable?
Oh,
A
I
long
just
sword.
like refillable. This lets you, well, for Strikebreaker especially, it lets you build it a little quicker.
Hmm.
And then I just like refillable. I don't like buying pots that much.
You never.
I know a lot of
stood
people go
chance.
D shield, but like I said, I just kind of play a little aggro. I try to play more aggro. Not too big a fan of D shield start unless like the matchup necessitates it. Like if it's a hard matchup or if it's what do you call it?
Looks like I missed a spot.
Or a ranged matchup. So I'm trying to get the minion advantage, just so he doesn't try to, go too hard. I'm gonna try to spin on him, get a good early trade since he has no shield. We take this. We have pots. We're fine. We'll beat him to 2. Unless he just kills me. Never mind.
That wasn't so difficult.
Never mind.
It's all good. So what's the situation now? How does it affect like your lane?
Just streaming it or this. If he freezes, we're fucked. If not, then we're okay. Although he didn't ignite, so that's really annoying. But if I can get 3 or 2 and he doesn't get 3 fast enough, we can just try to fight him. If not, then we just let him push back up and we're chilling. But I'm gonna play kind of back because in case he went E. Although we do still have a decent wave. Never mind, he just got 3. Cannon XP. Oh, maybe minions won't kill it. I read the juke, but I'm not dead. It's fine. Plus, he's gonna have to back here. Never mind, I missed Cannon XP. He's better.
It's okay, this matchup is always comebackable.
Oh, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. This guy's hella aggro. Holy shit. I didn't get that. Are you kidding me? Oh, he still didn't back? Holy moly. We might actually all in if he gives it.
Do you know where Shyvana is?
Yeah, we just saw her on the river, but he got crabs, so assuming she already has blue buff. I don't mind, Viego's up here. I mean, Shyvana's probably up here. doing it? Ah, never mind. It's warded. Just kidding. It's playing right back. Whoops.
Okay, so what's the plan with the wave now?
Shove in.
This one or on the next one?
Next one. Wait for the next wave, then hard shove in.
Okay.
Hit the stun, buddy. Shouldn't have ghosted there. And I feel like Diego's a little slow on that. Top tier gang, that's what I'm saying. He's TP though, so it doesn't even matter. I actually know boots first.
As you wish.
Thought maybe going pickaxe for short trades, but I kind of want to just all in them.
Good. Yeah, boots are really important in that matchup. Able to outrun her. Okay, so now what's your like lane wave situation? Like how you're gonna play it out? What's happening? Can you say?
I think I'm gonna let him push in so I can try to get 6 and then maybe do some short trades, trade all in with ult. I'm actually gonna just play way back here. Maybe not way back, unless he pops E. Really now? Still has Ignite, so I don't actually want to go too hard in. I may just turn around and kill me. I thought about it, but I underestimated his Q cooldown level 1 and that killed me. But now he has no ult, so as soon as he comes back to lane, I think I just kill him.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost got baited by that big trade you took, and I was like, oh, maybe extend it.
I was thinking about it, but like I said, I misplayed level 1. I was like, I don't want to fuck it up again.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is like something like I was expecting, like because she had the push into you, she was gonna hit 6 first. So, like we knew she was getting really close to level 6, and that was like, a big thing.
I took that trade since she missed the stun. Oh. What the hell? Damn, that was a fast back. That's the insta back. Sorry, we just get a crash tower, go grab boots, and then just... Oh, wait. I'm actually going to take this plate. I can take the plate. He can have ult. He's not very scary. And then the wave's too far forward, so it'll bounce back by the time I get back. Unless he stops my back here. Nope, we're chilling.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
If life hasn't
Even though he has Ignite, I think I just get Fury and then run him down. He shouldn't have ult, I don't think. Maybe he does, we'll see. If he doesn't just straight back here.
opportunity rewards those who wait.
Into battle.
Okay, any plan with the wave now?
I'm just gonna let it try to be... Oh, yeah, no. We're gonna let it stay right here so he can...
Tut tut, a lady never dirties her hands. Looks like I missed a spot.
Try to keep it even just so he tries to fight me. I want to kill him now. I don't think he's gonna... Yeah, he knows he can. Never mind. Probably shove in on next one. Maybe we just... Actually, never mind. I'll just slow push it.
An enemy has been slain.
You kidding me?
Precision is the only standard that matters.
God damn it. Oh, she has no E. She's dead.
Yeah.
And she ignited it. No, I pressed R. God damn it.
I trust you, man. I trust you. Oh,
I
actually, I have an
pressed the
emote
button.
for that. I have a whole emote on my stream for those.
I saw that. I was like, holy shit, that speaks to me on so many levels. It's so bad.
But I do agree that
Well-
you had to use it last second.
Wishes to be clever and
Yeah,
as-
because he ignited early.
I mean, I'm not gonna count it as a.
Yeah, that was the right play. I just
Yeah,
fucked
exactly.
it up. Warm-up game, lol. I mean, and really though, I don't think that's the end of the world. Like, she's not too far ahead,
Nope.
despite being 2 kills up. That's an ignite, so I still
mean-
can actually kill her.
Yeah, that's why we
I
love
think with an
Tryndamere,
all-in.
right? Like they make one mistake and then they're punished.
Absolutely.
Follow my
Okay.
Unless they're 2 levels up on Renekton.
Yeah. So what's your plan now with this wave?
An enemy
I'm just
has
gonna let
been
freeze
slain.
for a little bit
Mhm.
since she has to walk back. And then maybe try to kill her again when she walks up. Oh, she got a Warden's Mail. What the fuck? Wait for her shield. Oh, she's
would separate
run her down now.
others from dead ones.
follow my blade.
For you.
Where's Shyvana? Shyvana's going Bork.
Shut
So
down.
she's actually right there. Hello, buddy. Probably dead. Oh, maybe not.
No
Never mind.
way. No way. No.
Okay, I can bait for Viego, but I gotta watch her E because her E actually
Yes.
fucking hurts. Alright, and we're shilling. I want the assist. Oh, I got it. Alright, cool.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. Movements.
I gotta reset it at neutral though, because she'll be back in time for it. It might actually push the. Oh, well. No, she just shows up.
Into battle.
The only thing I dislike about going Strikebreaker is building Ruby Crystal feels kind of weird.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's another thing. Like the build path is.
An enemy
Terrible.
has been slain.
Yeah,
Double kill.
she went Warden's Mail. What a weirdo. She didn't even go Tabby's. What a weirdo.
It is the virtue.
Go in. Go in. Go in.
Looks like I missed a spot.
I am your worst
I don't like how long this is taking, but it's fine. Kill's a kill in it.
You have slain an enemy.
Yeah, I missed Cannon Wave. Oh well, we can still shove in. I don't know if he has TP. I don't think he should. Actually, no, it's probably coming up right about now. Fine, we still can get some plates here with Demolish. Three plates. Hell yeah.
An
Never mind.
ally has been
Actually, no, you know what?
slain.
Nah, no. If she has TP, that's suicide. She did not have TP. I'm actually gonna push one more.
as you wish.
What's the
If
reason for
Diego's
pushing that wave?
Cause she'll be back, so I don't want to miss it. Actually, never mind. She's taking way too long. We just get a free plate. Right? Yeah, there we go. And Viego was hovering, so I figured if he was here, we could fight anyway. Gonna try to kill Viego. I'm gonna try to block the E. We can kill her too. She has no flash.
An enemy
Perfect.
has been slain.
Into
Very good job.
Yeah, with Viego hovering, and then without a TP, I was like, might as well shove it in so it bounces back. But that also works too.
Does if
Might
it
be able
works,
to
it
take-
works.
into battle.
Yes, sir.
Plating will fall soon.
Yeah, I think we get this.
Killing spree.
Absolutely, we get
An
this.
enemy has been slain.
And bot's winning. God bless.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Yeah, I don't know why she went Warden's Mail.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Abby's would just be much better.
This'll be a slaughter.
But go off, Queen. You do your thing. I want to grab a ping because since we're big, I kind of want to just make sure we contest their whole topside jungle.
What's the idea behind the blue trinket?
Deep vision. I like warding deeper in their jungle. That way we play around Herald, play around Dragon, or if I'm bot side, play around splitting if Baron's up.
Follow my blade.
Like if I see someone, like if I see more than 3 people on one side of the map, I take that as the green light to just play much more aggressive. Try to start splitting a little more.
Now they die.
Okay, do you have any plan for the next few minutes?
Wait for Herald. Just take some waves. Try not to get ganked. I really wanted to go take their jungle, but with bot lanes roaming, it might not be possible.
As you
Because
will.
Leona was just mid. Probably actually all coming around up here. Hey, speak of the devil.
My right arm is a lot stronger than my left
This
arm.
view has been nice. He's actually been hovering. And there's 3 people mid. We can move up on this bitch. I don't know why she decided to turn back. She's now dead, and I don't even have gold.
Okay, I see the interest of.
Yeah,
now.
like I said, you're really sticky. You know, you think with fucking 8 ping you'd be able to hit it.
Yeah, it's true. You have crazy low ping, by the way.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm really close to the NA server.
Oh, that's why.
He was dead too, or maybe not dead, but at least have to blow ult.
Your
Yeah.
turret has been destroyed.
Damn it, man.
Has destroyed a turret.
I'm gonna blame the nerves.
Yeah, you can. Always have a good reason.
Your turret has
Ranger actually tweeted that his RQ was broken. I said, yeah, mine too. Fox said, yeah, mine
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, our keys just don't work. We should probably contest this Herald since Diego's on his way. Yep, they're on it. They pulled it back, yeah. So they had vision.
enemy
That's twice now I've seen. Oh, we gotta help. We gotta help this. On the fucking Aphelios. Never mind, he's out of there. We turn on Shyvana. Unless Aphelios steps back up. Alright, I'm just gonna R early. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We scared him off. I gotta back out though. Camille probably is TP. Yeah, bot dies. Although, dude, what the hell?
I am your worst nightmare.
I don't know if you're the same way, but I really like to take Herald, but junglers often take it anyway.
Oh,
Like, I like to use it myself. Oh, never mind. What the hell?
Follow my blade.
Let's catch that. Maybe. Never mind. I'm just gonna let it push up.
An
Let's see
ally has
leaves.
been slain.
Although with no TP, I don't
You wish.
know. Yeah. Oh, Lux is TP. Never mind. We'll just let Lux match the dude.
How much do you need for your item?
I have it. I was just waiting one more.
Okay.
I actually had it before that wave, but since it was 3 left and Xerath was right there, I was gonna grab it before he shoved in again.
I am your worst nightmare.
Against this team, this is probably a cracking game.
So what's the plan now?
Get Kraken, try to get top tower, and then if Camille keeps going bot, I might just go match her, but I think Lux should since she's TP.
What's the next objective on the map?
Dragons at 20. Although oh, never mind, they're about to get it.
Enemy has been slain.
Well, junglers are dead, I'm gonna come down for this. And Aphelios has no flash, so I'm gonna try to just get on him right away.
This'll
He's still dead.
You have slain an enemy. An enemy is unstoppable.
Oh, never mind, we have to stop Camille.
This'll be a slaughter.
She doesn't get it. She does, I lied.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
She's still dead though.
You have slain an enemy.
Follow my blade.
And that's big, because now we can do a dragon.
Banish the shadows.
And I will reset, go top, I think. What they
Did
got?
me asking you what the objective was change the play a bit, you think? Or were you gonna participate in that?
No, I think I was still gonna play around dragon.
As you wish.
I might have gone top if Camille hadn't shown.
Okay, so now you're going
But that
top.
definitely was a good reminder to check tab. I knew Baron was coming up, but I forgot what the drag timer was.
I am your
So you're going top. What's the thinking behind it?
Help with Baron. What the dude? This guy just is hovering. I was gonna try to split this, and then if they want to try to force Baron, I'm there to help.
now they die.
Although yeah, that dude still has Herald. All mid. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that, buddy.
To battle.
They didn't even get it. Damn. Now what the hell is Viego doing?
Your team has destroyed.
Holy shit, she hurts.
This'll be a slaughter.
That's just one Q. Hell, Pat. He didn't die either. That's crazy. Now they got to pick mid. I should just be able to get top. If they're gonna fight that.
Follow my
Double kill.
Oh, triple kill. Never mind. They can get mid though. Don't think I fight her. I think she's too tanky. Until I get Kraken or Last Whisper.
as you wish.
Okay. I will just start it then, since they're all dead. I need someone to tank this shit though.
As you wish.
We're in this together.
Oh.
My pain unbound. Shine bright.
I gotta leave though. 2, 1, goodbye.
Down.
Sorry, Lux.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain. Shut down.
I am your worst nightmare.
Okay, where to now and why?
Still top because bot's dead and I want this turret. And now with no objectives except dragon coming up, there should be no reason I don't get it.
Into battle.
Eventually, anyway. And now that I have Kraken, I think I can actually fight, dude. The Shyvana. Probably ran all the way back. He sure did. But I gotta wait till someone appears on the map, so I actually have an excuse to be up here.
My right arm is a lot stronger than my left arm.
I actually really like this play that you're doing right now.
You never stood a chance. You never stood a chance. You never
Wait.
stood a chance.
But emote are spamming.
Taunt.
You never stood a
Bro,
chance.
Little swirl.
that's so troll.
You never stood a chance.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, cool. And they gotta pick mid, so even if someone's up here, I just bring... Especially, I actually really want Shyvana to come answer me, since I think she's a little stronger than Camille right now. And then that way the team is... Oh, they both just came to me, actually. I didn't juke it. She's coming with me, though.
Rampage.
And they get mid now, hopefully.
Shut down.
Maybe not. They're both going HP. This might I might actually go Doms instead of Cyrildas. Because one thing I do like about Strikebreaker is you have a little bit of flexibility on your third crit item. And then so like you can also go Ravenous if you wanted more CDR, and then could just go with one of the crit armor pen items.
An ally has been slain. An enemy is legendary.
That's unfortunate.
You wish.
Nah, I'm just gonna stick with Cyrildas for right now. I don't think we can burn that shit. I don't know, he's pinging what? Oh, dude. Better back the fuck up. He's dead. So I can save him. I'm ult for 5. Oh, I don't have flash.
We fall together.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. An enemy
Damn.
is legendary.
I really wanted to get him. That'd be a big shutdown.
Okay, what's the plan to win this game right now? How do you think you can?
Well, I was wanting to just pull pressure top, but last time I pulled 2 top, nothing got done, even with Baron. So I might just have to group, but wait for them to catch someone out, and then do a flank.
An enemy is legendary.
Goodness. Think this is, we just gotta give that. Shiv's dead. Alright, you can have it, buddy, whatever. Don't know if I should have gave that wave, but
Oh, I don't think you should.
I don't think I should have either. This guy's not doing a whole lot. That's just, don't even fight that. Maybe I go bot since Baron's coming up, but they're all still bot side.
This'll be a slaughter.
Yo, whoever's in front. You're this is the it's a solo queue experience right there. And I would have fought her right there, except no one is on the map. And that's even if I kill her, it's useless.
What are you staying for?
See if anyone else shows up.
As you wish.
And look at that. Well, Viego is up here. Maybe do something if she decides to overstep, but I feel like she's only playing up because Leona's hovering, or Shyvana's hovering. Someone's got to be hovering.
I am your worst nightmare.
A lady never dirties her hands.
Yeah, if she fights me here, someone's here.
An enemy is legendary.
Or they're all mid and she's just ambitious. Not sure.
Into battle.
So they can definitely. I think they hold 4 there. I don't. Yeah. This is fine. This is probably an inhib. Or maybe not inhib, but it's at least a turret.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Maybe an inhib if I do it quick enough. Everyone's backing out, but I might die for this turret. We're about to make the greatest escape of our lives.
Destroyed a turret.
Never mind, that does so much damage. Holy shit, he has 700 AP. It's too late now.
Time to take the
An ally has been
Might
slain.
trade it though.
An enemy has been slain.
Another thing about Stridebreaker build, everything's so blue. Get to be all blue.
It is. Go sell that Kraken though.
Yeah, true. Sell it for pork.
Okay, when you're up, what do now? What's the plan?
Wait, Baron, maybe backdoor this inhib. Our Xerath is so big. Yeah, I think mostly we just have to wait the Baron out. That's the biggest thing. Because if I die or I don't have pressure going on in any side lane, then they just steamroll up one of the other lanes.
Into battle.
And this dude caught out. Oh. Shit, Belios. Okay, 3 or mid. Yeah, I really want to just kind of pull them away, but also not die in the process. Oh, they're just fighting.
Enemy is legendary.
Never mind, now I got it back. And she's not gonna let me.
Your turret has been
I
destroyed.
might just have to run it back all the way. Yeah, I can actually flank here, so I'm not gonna back, so I can actually get a flank on him, maybe.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Oh, that's everything by him.
An ally has been slain.
If I can get on Xerath, that'll be big.
An enemy has been slain.
Ow, my god.
Into the fray.
Oh, shit. That was awkward. He's still dead, though? Cool, cool, cool. I'm dead, though. I'm lucky.
An enemy is legendary. Your turret has been destroyed.
I think I might have just should have spun flash Leona. Spun flash past Leona. Xerath needed to die.
An ally has been slain.
I think I gave them a little too much space. It's probably their dragon.
An enemy is legendary.
Okay, so you're gonna be up in 20 seconds. What's gonna be your mission then?
Maybe hover around for drag. Maybe since drag's up, stay top.
As you wish.
I don't know, because I feel like I need to help with drag's there anyway. I feel like I need to help with fights, since our team just can't kill anyone. But at the same time, even when I pull them away, nothing gets done.
Now they die.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
It is the virtue.
Unlucky. I think that's just game.
Is it over though?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
An ally has been slain.
No, no. I think that's just it. Yeah, it's just it.
Your turret has been destroyed. Aced.
Okay, I mean, that's really good. We have a lot of content. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for a win, not looking for... We're looking for content. And we have exactly this. Okay. Well, GG for the game. You can stop sharing your screen. I will start sharing my own.
Sure.
let's see. Share screen, app. It has to be. Oh, not this. This is Discord. Has to be this. Okay, so here you should be seeing patch notes. Here I'm gonna open my stream.
Beautiful.
Okay, you see it, right? It's working?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. So first thing, real quick, this is in real time. I'm just gonna show you the thing that I was able to write as things we need to
Okay.
discuss. So
I could just, yeah, I can look at your stream.
no, I'd rather not have you look at my stream because the audio is gonna be like there's gonna be a 5-second diff between my audio and what I show. So I'd rather have you watch on the Discord and like just yeah, I was just showing right now like on the, so you can see it on the Discord that on the stream I'm showing that. So I have a few things to talk about. Don't worry, most of them go in the same category. So they're gonna be grouped, like we're not gonna like stop on all of this and then do a big talk on them, but everything that I feel is important, I will do it for sure. Okay, so now I have to go here, go on the replay. 3 hours without internet break, guys. Awesome. It's afternoon diff, I guess. Okay, and your coaching started around here. Okay. Wait, was it the lobby that dodged? No, it's not the lobby that dodged. Okay, yeah, so now let me open this also for the stream. Let's go. Do you need to drink water? Do you need to go to the toilet? Do you need anything like to feel perfectly present and focused, or are you good?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, big. So first thing first. So I told you like from minute one that there is like two things that are, I think, the responsibilities of every single league players, every single game, every single elo. We should be doing this to get into our games and to be able to play them correctly, which is what I called doing the thinking, and then what I call, or like everyone calls, jungle tracking. Jungle tracking was a bit low. I feel a bit lazy. Like you didn't tell me too much about Shyvana and Viego. Yeah. But we're gonna see that during the game and how it affected us. Now, the only thing that I have to say regarding your what I call doing the thinking, it needs to be way less self-centered. So I don't know if like it's an exercise like you really like heard about what you've seen. But when you did the thinking, you talked about like how team fightable it was looking for you, how the matchup was going, and that was about it. Like you didn't tell me about like the jungle matchup, you didn't tell me about the mid matchup, you didn't tell me about the bot lane matchup, you didn't talk to me about the scaling, the 5v5, etc. And that's what I mean by doing the thinking. Like you imagine that you're not TRYNDAMERE, like you're watching like you're watching a pro game, 5v5 pros, and then you just look at the comps and then you tell me what you think. So I will like, of course, I will not just say that. I will say that and then tell you like how I would do the thinking. And actually in this game, like I don't know like that much about the matchups that are played out. So even with the like little amount of knowledge that I have, I will still like tell you how I look at it. So if I was in solo queue, I would be like, okay, so it's Camille matchup. She's playing Ignite TP. So with Flash and Ghost, of course, I have like 2 ways to cap close that she doesn't. So I can like all in. So I can snowball pretty hard. Of course, I could Ignite, and it's a Camille. She's gonna look to win the short trades. I'm gonna look to win the all-ins. So I need to put myself in positions to all-ins. Shyvana is a scaler. Before level 6 it's not scary at all, and then after level 6 it's enabled. So is my jungler an early game jungle? Well, it's a Viego. It's not that early game, but it has like it still has more pressure than Shyvana because it has a hard CC. And Viego is enabled by resets. So in my team, do we have any ways to reset him? Lux, Morgana, Caitlyn. Wait, I'm saying something. We can CC someone for 5 seconds in a row. Morgana Q, Lux Q, Caitlyn trap. She can get actually 2 traps, two guaranteed traps. We can CC someone forever. Interesting. So they cannot face checkoffs ever in the game if we have vision. And we can get resets to Viego. And also we have infinite D push. Morgana W, Lux E, Lux ult, Caitlyn Giga range, my team can hold forever. Okay, now I'm saying that we have a win condition. If I shit on Camille and I keep my team like they just like stay alive on the map, they just stay on the map, they can depush forever. Interesting. Now what do they have? Xerath. Well, Xerath is also like long range. They upped Xerath recently. I don't know if you know it, but they gave him like 6 ult at level 16.
He gets scaling shots when his ult levels up.
Yeah, exactly. So and also like he deals more damage if he hits more ults. So it's enabled with CC. Interesting. So Xerath is looking pretty scary, and now you have Leona, Shyvana, Camille. Okay, they have also like pretty big teamfight arguments, and Aphelios. Interesting. But then I see that bot, it's 2 range against 1 range and 1 melee. So my bot might have the prio and might have the pressure early. And as I said, I think that top can win the game for just by existing. Like I can snowball on that guy. My team can hold. My bot is going to have prio, so they're going to push, so there won't be any gank potential. So I think Viego should path to top. And that's pretty much what I can think of. And then I would still think that they might have the scaling because Xerath, because Shyvana, because Camille can get pretty scary, but it's not that obvious, and that would be my thinking, for example. Okay. But it has like not to be Trinda centered or you centered. It has to like understand like everything that goes around, so you can play for these. Like sometimes you're not going to be the main character, you're not going to be the strength, and then you have to be able. Look at me, that's me. That's me seeing your ping.
Yeah,
that's me seeing 4 MS.
Pogging out.
Okay, so that was regarding the thinking. Then
gotcha. Just a little more team focused rather than self game plan focused.
Yeah, exactly. Then of course, like you have a bit more time to do your self thinking. You know, I put on my little, I don't know how to call it, my little post-it note. So I put first the thinking is a bit too much self-centered. Then I put Giga Big Balls with the starter. Let's see. So I will explain why I wouldn't go longsword refillable almost ever. It's because it's not even like in the 1v1. Like sometimes I would consider that, okay, well, I can go D-Blade or I can go longsword because in the 1v1 I can beat that guy and I can outplay him, etc. But the issue is it's not a 1v1. What if Viego decides to do 3 camps bot and then gank bot and then trades the like he trades sides on the map, and then Shyvana is playing top side and Viego is playing bot side. Like you cannot know how it's gonna go. Even if you know that Viego is gonna start bot and most likely is gonna path top, you still cannot know exactly that this is gonna happen. Is there mid gonna have like the prio and then look to top, etc. So what I like about these shields, and I might do it like a bit too often, like I do it like 95% of my games, it's because it's always good. And even it's good for offensive reasons. Like when you think about it, like having more defensive stats means that you're gonna hit more auto attacks because you're gonna die in less auto attacks. So it's still offensive, even if it's defensive, you know, like it's still combat stats. And it's just like, it's just way more stats than just 1080 on the longsword. And then, but I understand like the thing with this starter is that you actually save 500 gold, which is insane. Like it looks insane, bro. Like I'm getting 500 gold ahead on my build because even if I go this shield, after I'm gonna buy a longsword and I'm gonna buy a refillable at some point. So it's like a kill and a half already. But of course there's a cost to it, and it's so many stats. And in a matchup where you're playing against Ignite, I think it's not even ballsy. It's flipping your game. That's my opinion. I'm not gonna say like 100% do not go longsword because you can always go whatever starter and then adapt to it, and they're playing according to it. But I feel like the issue is like the way you played your early phase and early lane and traded that much HP. So there's a common rule in laning is that when you trade a lot of HP, it's the first jungler who comes who will win it for his top laner. But here, like, there is 2 things. Yeah, because now it's 2 HP bars versus, like, it's 1 big HP bar and 1 small versus 1 small, which is easier to play than 2 big versus 1 big. 1 big, you have the time to go out. When it's small, like, so the thing is, again, you cannot know that Viego will be there first. You cannot, like, force him to be there first if he doesn't want to. That's not the role of a jungler, like, to be, like the slave of his laners. And also, Camille has TP. So imagine if she manages not to die at 1 HP and you traded 80% of your HP bar for 95% of hers. Well, now she TPs back, and now it's 100% of her HP bar versus 15% of yours, or 20% of yours because you have pressed 1 Q or 2. So
I gotcha.
against Ignite TP, I think like this is very ballsy. And then we could argue that, yeah, but that's not what killed you, and that's not what killed you. It's like the way you played it that killed you. But if you went for the other starter, like you could play it however you want, and then it would be like just good overall. Okay, so we're gonna see
gotcha.
the notes here. Okay, so
I
now yeah.
I think I've just been watching too much Boss because he always been an advocate for gold management, and that was one of them.
Okay.
Building
yeah.
into your build.
yeah, like okay, boss has a play style. Like you can
for sure.
You can go boss style. Like you could go cool first here, but then you have to stick to your play style. And I think you could go Tiamat, Hydra first, Perma Proxy, apply pressure, play the mosquito gameplay. That's how I call it, and just become a mosquito. And I do it sometimes, but more often it's when I fall behind. I think like you should, as Tryndamere, you should look to be dominant. You should look to shit on that Camille. And I think this shield actually helps you more than longsword, just for like the basic stats, like 80 HP level 1 plus the passive plus the healing plus it's too good, man. Okay, now there's just a little something into the Camille matchup. It's not a big deal, but just like you're gonna see like every Camille matchup is gonna sound like so much easier. The way you trade into Camille is you wait for her to hit her first auto attack, and then you E in auto. But here, like you gave her, like you were in melee range and you gave her the auto on you first. So what you do is like wait for her to
before the shield.
Yeah, exactly. You wait for her to auto one minion, which she's gonna do eventually at some point, of course. And so when her auto is in a cooldown, you E in auto, and that way you can break the bone plating, get a bit of damage before the shield, and most likely she's gonna auto you after on your way back, and then she gets a shield, but for nothing. Because here she actually gets damage on you, tanks the damage with the shield, and she won that trade where you can actually very easily win the first trade. It's not, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but into Camille it's like one small interaction that puts you in a favorable spot. And now, because we didn't break the bone plating, we end up dashing in on her bone plating. Oh shit, my cable actually pressed the button for me. Give me a second, we're gonna get back there. Okay, it's gonna hurt, but we have to look at it. So yeah,
that's good. It's all learning.
Yeah, of course. So now your E and first auto damage get on the bone plating. So yeah, it would have changed the whole dynamic of the matchup. Just that small interaction. And now we need to play for level 2. That's what we need to play for, right? That's the only reason you have a lead. It's because now you have the push, so you get the level 2 advantage. So how do we end up getting in range?
I was going to push that melee, and then I just died to it.
Yeah,
because I underestimated her Q cooldown.
Yeah. So it's a bit of everything, you know. It's a bit of the first interaction, and then dashing in on the bone plating, and then having a longsword and not having because even you had refillable, but you only had the time to use like one pot. You didn't even use the second pot. It's a bit of not playing just for the level 2 and going for a trade. It's a bit of a lot of things. But yeah, I think general ID into the matchup, the first E auto, and then general ID. Just like you would be surprised of this shield as a fighting tool. Okay, it's fine. It doesn't like it's still like a matchup that's very volatile. Like she misses one E at some point and then she's fucked. Respect the E, of course. Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah, you want the cannon. Oh bro, you got so unlucky. Did you see your caster? Because I was wondering, wait, how did like look at this motherfucker?
Yeah,
look at this motherfucker. And then he had so many targets, but he chose to go for the cannon.
Yeah, minion aggro be like.
So yeah, so you lost that much HP for the cannon XP, which I think is fine actually. Okay, she takes that trade.
Yeah, I don't know how that E missed that one melee there. It was so sad.
So okay, you see what you're doing here? Like you're slow pushing, but like you're really slow pushing. Like you're waiting for the turret shot to come before you auto at that last moment. Because there's a slow push going anyway. So why are you last hitting like that? Just what's the reason behind it? There should be a reason.
Just to ensure the last hit. Is there, because it's gonna slow push back since it's already under turret anyway, right?
Yeah. So it's gonna slow push, you cannot do anything about it. But by last hitting at the last moment, you make the slow push go as slow as possible. This way you're gonna stack waves. Like you're gonna stack bigger waves, and you're gonna also, like, the waves you will need to farm or to hit are gonna be always a bit closer to your turret than what they would be if you're like fast hitting the wave. That should be one of the reasons we're doing that. By the way, I'm just throwing out here. I could put the sound, but I end up asking you, and I do it on purpose, about where Shyvana is. So on that whole like situation, I feel like we didn't talk once about where the junglers were pathing. Where were they on the map? And when I asked you, tell me that we saw Shyvana on top side, and then she should be around blue buff, you tell me.
Actually all in, if he gives it.
Do you know where Shyvana is?
Yeah, we just saw her on the river, but he got crabs, so assuming she already has blue buff. I don't mind, Via goes up here.
Oh, she already has blue buff, or she already is on blue buff?
If she was at crab, my thinking was she already has blue buff.
Ah, she already has blue buff. So what does that mean? What would Shyvana do next?
She might look to gank top or mid.
Okay, or
but
reset.
If she was pathing, sorry.
Or base and go for her second full clear, right?
Yeah, or base. Yeah, true.
But I mean, it's just like.
Shyvana's.
So I'm just gonna talk about something real quick because, well, of course we saw Shyvana walking all the way from top to bot, going on second crab, etc. So I'm not gonna say you need to watch minimap because it's a shit advice. Or I'm not gonna say you need to look at your minimap every 5 seconds because it's a shit advice as well. But what I'm gonna say is that you need to look at minimap when it matters. And when does it matter? When there's a play to be made, when there's an objective, when there is something. And here, for example, like, what's the first objective on the map? As a team, what are we playing for? First objective on the map.
First blood or dragon?
Scuttle crab. Scuttle crab is
true.
I don't know if you've ever played jungle, but when you're playing jungle, you're like, okay, if I win my 1v1 in the jungle, then I should pass to the same, fight for crab and pass to the same crab as my opponent. If I don't win it, I should go for the other crab. And if I hard win it, I should go for double crab. That's the way of having a lead in the first like 4 minutes. You can already build a lead from that. That's the first objective, and that's where jungle tracking is super important to understand. Like, do we like and regarding the objective that we're playing, we're looking to like maybe have prio for this. That's why mid lane is so important, because like mid prio is always going to be important for Scuttle, etc. Now look at that. I actually put something there that I didn't talk about, which was so you came to the lane and you decided that you are gonna push, get the level 2 and look to kill.
Fine,
is it the only reason you're looking to push here? Or do you have a general plan for the wave?
It was for 2. But when crab is up, if I have full fury or in prio, I definitely like to help contest it.
Okay, let's say
that's often why I go for that 2 advantage, because then after you get if you can kill on 2, at least in matchups. The main reason I wanted to go for the 2 kills because she didn't have flash, which I know she has ignite, but I've done it a couple times and probably just got away with it because the players weren't as good. Where you kill, burn the ignite, they have to TP back after you kill them, and then you have advantage for the rest of the lane pretty much.
Okay, you told me that you want to get to master tier, right? So yes, I will allow myself to go a bit advanced. You tell me like if I'm going too fast or anything.
Sure.
Your plays like your early waves should always be connected to jungle pathing. This is gonna be like forever. You have a jungler pathing topside. That's a good thing. Plus you have a Shyvana, which is a weak jungler early on. Like if you get like if you're even the 2v2, you can win it. It's not like 100% obvious. If you're a bit ahead, yes, you will win it for sure. Now, let's say you get to your level 2 and you kill Camille. Camille has TP, right? So you're gonna have to play for the crush on this wave. Because otherwise, if you kill Camille and you have 100 HP and she TPs back and this wave is not crashed, then you have a cannon wave that you need to crash with 0 HP. So it's not gonna happen. So you will have to base and you will lose a whole cannon wave and Camille would actually be ahead. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So now
like I said, I think I might just been getting away with it because people were just worse at the game.
Well, you can get away with it because if you play for that wave to crash, so let's say, so you kill Camille and then quick, you hit the wave, and then you take your base. It happens a lot of times. As TRYNDAMERE, like it happens a whole lot of times. Like it's a situation you surely know. You kill the guy, crash the wave 2, reset. Okay, then you buy maybe boots, maybe a longsword, maybe, I mean, usually that's where I buy longsword and refillable because, and now I have D-Shield longsword refillable, I'm just a monster in terms of stats. But you buy whatever, you advance in your build, and now you come back. So the third wave is going to be a cannon wave, and you're going to come back to a wave slow pushing to you. And now the goal is to hold that wave as much as possible, and then hold the freeze, and maybe you can hold an infinite freeze, and you just win the game from that. Okay, but by doing that, what does it mean? It means that you're setting up your top wave, because by the time you killed, base, came back, and then the cannon wave is being like contested, and now the fourth wave, the wave after the cannon wave, they're gonna meet around here, and Camille is looking to crash, Viego is gonna be top. And now you're setting up your jungler for a gank, but you're not really setting up the lane for scuttle.
Right.
So now Viego, his best play is probably to go and gank Camille, but during that time maybe Shyvana will do the scuttle, or maybe Shyvana will try to counter gank. But this is if you know where Shyvana started. This game, did you know that Shyvana started bots? Did you even look for the info? Okay. So
yeah, I saw bot came late.
Okay, nice. So that's the whole point. When you're having like the wave to crash, it's gonna push back to you, and then Viego is in a position to gank, and you're not really in a position to move. I mean, you could move, but you have to go around it, and you have a small timer, because during the time you move, well, maybe, so Camille is gonna have the crash, and then she's gonna get a free reset, and you don't really want that. And also, like, you would have to get back quickly to top, not to lose like minions to your turret. So it's not the best timer. If you want to like help for the scuttle, what you need to do would be like more like a third wave crash or fourth wave crash. But if you go for a third wave crash, first you need to be very healthy. And also you need to put a ward early, because Shyvana can skip a camp and two and look to gank you, for example. So it would be very risky to ignite Camille. So these are things that I'm not expecting you to just know them for your next game and just remember them, etc. What you need to try to know and remember and practice on is connecting your plays to your jungle pathing. If Viego was doing top to bot here, I feel like he would have done like approximately the same play. Still get for the level 2 and try to kill, etc. Which is fine. It's fine, because now if you do that, Shyvana doesn't have the time to like come for you. And if Shyvana does bot to top and Viego does top to bot, by the time Shyvana is top on scuttle, you're safe. Like she can help Camille crash the wave, so you're not gonna hold the freeze forever, but you're gonna be safe to the gank. So it's never bad to like first blood on wave 2 and then crash the wave 2. But you need to understand like the consequences for the rest of your team. And
the trade-offs for it.
Exactly. And the higher you go in ELO, the more you will have to connect this, because the more you will play with people who understand this as well, and will be able to make plays regarding that. So you saw how, like, from champ select, we saw that top was a big win condition, and bot was gonna push, like bot was just gonna push by default because it's Caitlyn Morgana. Well, I think that's maybe not what Viego saw, but that's what Viego should have seen. And if I was Viego, I would ask my bot lane not to leash even. Because if you have Caitlyn Morgana, you don't want them to start on blue buff. You want them to start in that bush and to try to win the lane from level 1, from minute 1 actually. And I would do the solo start bot into top, because top is my win condition, or is a big win condition, and bot I cannot really affect it because they're gonna perma push. Does it make sense?
It's like the matchup system.
Okay.
I was gonna say, so I what I'm taking from all this is actually that I've been playing solely for the enemy jungler, not my own.
Well,
Like
I don't know.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the enemy jungler and not my own.
Okay, yeah, probably. It's actually the opposite than TK, which is funny. Like the coaching I did this morning, the guy was thinking about his jungler, but not the enemy. So yeah, just think about both, and
Yeah.
you will have juggle tracking figured out. And then, as I said, because now we have an objective on the map, and now vision is gonna be important. Now you should be looking at minimap. Plus, you have that vision. You have that word. Yeah, sorry, TK. You have that word on Scuttle. That's really good. Now you have a word and an objective, and now we see Shyvana. Okay, most advanced thing I'm gonna tell you. I'm not even doing it like 1 games out of 5 is pressing tab and looking if Shyvana actually did her like all of her camps or not.
Yeah.
And then you know that she doesn't have a billion
I
options.
actually do that for the like I'll look at Viego's, or I'll match my jungler to their jungler to try to like kind of gauge what they've done so far. I don't know the exact like numbers on it.
Mhm.
And it like I think it's like 4 for a camp, or does it depend on the camp?
It's 4 for a camp, every camp.
Okay.
So like if she has 24, it means that she did the full clear. So it means like she can have like 3 options, which is either going top, but top is gonna take forever because you slow push. This is why like this is really good. And the answer I expected was not that you were just going for CS, but that you were like slow pushing to stay in a safe position and to have the biggest wave possible with you. Because now she can just...
So that was part of it.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So it's because now after doing this, if you see that she has 24 CS, so now she has 28 with Scuttle, so now she can either go top, but doesn't look appealing, either go mid, which doesn't look appealing, your mid is backing anyway, or she can go bot for double Scuttle, which looks appealing for her because she has mid prio, or she could base and look to do another full clear, but probably starting with Scuttle as well, because she has a bit of a time. So this way, like... And you add just a little lurk at this, and then you're like, okay, Shyvana is not top. But here you end up telling me that Shyvana could be top when Viego is here, so you're a little bit concerned that she's counter-going king. When we saw her like for 5 seconds going bot, and actually we saw her for like 10 seconds because we saw her on that ward first.
When you asked about her, I saw her on that ward, and then I was going back to farming. I didn't see her cross mid there.
Okay, and now my whole point is that it was good to watch minimap at minute 130 because that way you would have seen bot lane come bot late. It was good to watch minimap at like 340 when Scuttle is up. And in between the two, it doesn't matter too much that you look at minimap. Like that's why I think the advice of you should look at minimap every 5 seconds, I think it's bullshit. But I think that when you should look at minimap, you should actually look at minimap all the time. You should just take your eyes out of minimap when you're last hitting a minion. And I will show you like a few other examples of these timers. Okay, so here actually, so because Viego is here, like we're not even like playing for the kill in my opinion. It's really hard to go for a kill on the Camille that doesn't have to like walk up. Like Camille is in a safe position, the wave is pushing to her. Now for me, you're in a tough spot because like she could use TP by the way, and trade a bit of HP, use TP, have an item advantage because she got first blood, and then look to not let you crash the wave, which she should probably do. She doesn't do. Like here, she could just base actually and come back with an item advantage. I don't know what she's doing. But I was
thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't know why she didn't back here since it's gonna slow push back to her.
Yeah, so there's no like, but the reason why Viego here is being good, it's because you need to crash this wave, and now you're being covered for this crash. He's covering your wave crash. So that's really good. So now we can use it in both ways.
I should have just pushed right away.
This allows you to push this wave, which wouldn't be possible if Viego wasn't here and you like at the time you thought that Shyvana could be top and Camille can still TP. So this allows you to crash this wave if you want to, but you can also like slow push and go for the next wave, which is like both are fine. But here, like once Viego is coming and he's committing, so 2 things. If you think that it's bad for Viego to be here, just ping him back. That's one thing. And if you think that, okay, we should go, well, I don't know why we're clicking back here. For example, like she's already showing he's
Yeah, I'm not
already
sure
there.
either.
Okay,
To be honest, I think I was like trying to dodge. I think I was thinking maybe she was gonna space back to W, but then walked forward.
I mean, if she's gonna like, oh yeah,
Like I think that was my thought process because I was aggressing. I have the bigger wave. I figured she was gonna back up in W instead of come forward in W.
Okay. Well,
But
if
then
you had E, I would agree because you can go away W for slow and then E to close distance. But because you have the E, like even if she doesn't hit the W, then you're just too far from her.
Right.
So it's the kind of moments where like I'm a big camera lock guys, and some people like laugh at me because of how much I keep my camera locked. But I think that's the really kind of moments where it's really important to unlock your camera so you know exactly when Viego gets into vision range, and when she knows that Viego is here. And at that moment, you know that you can only walk up because she's gonna like click back. So if you click back as well, like yeah she created so much distance already. And then of course like the ghost is overkill, but you know
that was I don't know. As soon as I pressed, I was like, that was a waste.
Yeah. So it's fine, but this is really good because still like Viego like bailed you out. And now you have your
Give
crash.
me a free crash.
That's perfect. That's really nice. I know she used TP for a wave that's that's good for you because now it's pushing back to you. I really like that you decided to finally go for the boots because boots are really important in that matchup. So now when I ask you, so what's the state of the lane and what does it imply?
What I would there.
She's gonna get level 6 first. That's what it implies. Because she has the push, plus she has the XP from the kill, etc. Plus she had the TP. So that's why you're gonna see my face be like, bro, can we not all-in this? Because it really looks like all-inable.
No, I 100% was thinking the same thing.
I think it might be. Maybe you were, that's what you were saying by second guessing. Because, okay, I didn't look at the CS, and they're not actually that low. So she cannot just go for a CS and kill it and get level 6 right away.
Yeah.
So if you kept the trade, I think, you just get it. And then, you see, like, I'm like, oh shit, and then I see her getting 6, and I was like, okay, maybe the minion was 1 HP, but she was not 1 HP, so and even if she got 6...
And then especially after that auto too, I should have fought that as well.
Yeah. It's fine. So maybe like kind of have the confidence, like it's something that I put in my spreadsheet. I put like, if she misses an E, like you're supposed to win that. Like even if she's a bit ahead in terms of gold experience, like as soon as she missed her W, she has no shield, no bone plating. She missed that E, and you hit that W, boom, insta pop the pot, which you did, and yeah, that's very winning. You already have 3 lethal tempo stacks. She's playing.
I think I mentioned that in that little resume. Is like I'll be second guessing myself, and that was one of those times.
Yeah,
because like I died to the one.
True,
level
that's
1, and I just
Yeah. In this game, unfortunately, like, you cannot afford to second guess. So what I'm gonna say is that it's better to commit to bad play than half play a good play. You see what I mean? Even as a team.
Yeah, that's what I say to people all the time. Is like, it's better to do the wrong play as a team than to do like the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it works also like by yourself, you know, like even if a dive, like you're not like, oh, this dive might be shit, as soon as your press goes, yeah, let's go for it, you know, maybe it can work. And that's actually the way like you learn, and you learn your limits. And so yeah, I mean you know it. You've seen it. Now we are able to fix that wave, to crash it. We are able to get that plating. I want to make sure that we agree on that. Just because we crashed 2 non-cannon waves in a row, and the next wave is a cannon wave. Was this getting into your calculations when you were doing it or not?
Yes, okay. I was like, this is a big wave. It's all the way crashed. It's gonna be a cannon wave. It's gonna take a minute to push it. I'm gonna take the plate in.
Plus Camille has like really slow push. Because if you were playing against Volibear, like he could crash that and get 2 platings after it. So
yeah, or if it was like a Jax or an Ornn or someone with a lot of wave clear, or Darius or something, I would have probably backed just instantly.
Okay, nice. So we agree on that. And now remember what I said about like last hitting and slow pushing. So this way you have the biggest wave possible, and also you're safe farming your minions, etc. Look at your team. Everyone is bot side. We have no information on Shyvana. So I really like that you ping Camille being away here. It's something that I don't do often, and I'm an asshole for not doing it. But the reason I don't do it is because I kind of want Lux to overstep, so Camille commits to the play, and that way I'm free top and I can get platings and shit.
Yeah.
But it's really good that you ping it. But here my point is that you should be last hitting. You should be waiting for the 2 hits on the, and even you could maybe deny your plating and also stack a Giga Wave. And here, like, you can wait for another turret shot. Here, you can wait for another turret shot. Here, you can wait for another turret shot.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. So this way, by just waiting these 3 extra turret shots, like this way would have already like been stacked in, and like you would gain so much time, and you'd be able to stack like a super big wave, and to be very safe in case Shyvana comes, or even if by that time also, like, it gives you time to get info on Shyvana, and if by that time you see Shyvana being bot, or you see Viego coming top, this way you can set up for a dive easier, because you will have like 3 waves, and if you dive with 3 waves crashing, GG, game over.
Yes, I heard lane's done.
Yeah, so the only reason that would not be good is that if Viego comes top and insta pings Herald, and he wants like you to get prio to play for an objective. But here, yeah, this wave, like, they could have met actually here and start stacking a big one. And also this way, Camille, to last hit, she would have to come here and not here, and she would be in danger with your flash and ghost. Like, you can actually set up an all-in way easily. And that's what you're looking for, actually. Like, you're looking for potential all-in because you know that you win it at that point. But we end up like pushing that wave, or like hitting like all of these autos and the autos before. I wouldn't hit them. I would be, we're bouncing waves. We're playing top lane, and we've been doing it right for 8 minutes. And here, for some reason, like, we stopped thinking about slow pushes, etc. And because all of this, now this is where we are to push that last wave. Could have been here with the Giga Wave and Camille not being able to like walk up. But now you're in a position to be ganked by Shyvana. Camille can run you down. Viego cannot come and gank. So yeah, hopefully you see it like.
No, yeah, this is
how beneficial.
This is very eye-opening.
Okay, nice.
Because I was like, that's what I was like saying.
Oh, well, next time you're
dead.
dead.
And then I just I missed R.
Oh, okay, that's on the miss R. Okay. But
yeah, that was the missed R.
But you see, you actually like, we could argue that like, you had to R because you're in turret range, and if you give that extra space to you, like you would have to R like later. It would be safer. It's funny, you cannot cast that right now. That's your pressing ult.
Yeah, every time.
It just reminds you that no, you cannot ult too late, bro.
Just rubbing it in my face. But no, I really like that, because that was like one of my main issues that I was talking about. It's like, because I know I get the ins and outs of like slow pushing and or like how to build up waves and then how to crash waves and whatnot. But I really like that you pointed out like how to build up this, like the slow push waves.
Yeah,
I was just autopiloting pushing a lot of the time.
Yep, and that's what that's how you get like 4 waves crashes, and you get like 15 minions under the enemy turret, and then if you go for the dive, like here you could have had one more wave, and bro, if you dive on that moment, it's like mental FF on that game, yeah. Like, it's just all over.
Misses just way too much.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, you can cast that right now. It made me think about a trick that I know you don't know on TRYNDAMERE, or maybe you saw it because you're on Reddit. Do you know like the ultimate secret W trick on TRYNDAMERE? If you know it, you would say yes, I think.
Maybe either you can't R while pressing W, or that it lights up in fog.
Yeah, no, the thing is,
so
okay.
Probably not. I guess not.
So we all know how W, if someone is in the bush or is in range of getting like W'd, it's gonna lit up. It's gonna light up, and then you know that someone is there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now someone discovered that even when the W is on cooldown, if you press it and no one is there, it's gonna be it's gonna say you cannot cast this ability right now. And if you press it and someone is there in range, it's gonna say this ability is on cooldown.
Oh.
How crazy is that? You can actually scout with W when it's down. That's super crazy. I talked to it. I talked to it with Venture, and he doesn't know it. I talked to it with Uli, and he didn't know it. Like with Bocap, and he didn't know it. Like it's crazy how no one knows it. It's pretty crazy. So yeah,
today I learned.
Yeah, and hopefully you didn't learn only this, or you won't learn only this.
The biggest takeaway so far has been well, actually there's two, but I should be watching my jungler as well. Like, I mean, I've watched them, but like I didn't really like pay attention to their game plan or anything. Or, like trying to play for them.
Okay, well, I think
I've
this
mostly
is
just been thinking about the enemy top laner or enemy jungler.
Well, I think this is another example of it, because here I'm gonna type something, and again, it's not like you should do it 100%. I'm gonna say like, look, Viego is making a play bot, and it's working, and they're killing, and Lux is pushing mid. Where's Shyvana?
Probably on Herald.
Yeah, so my point was, I said maybe because now you have a freeze and this next wave is coming, so you don't have to actually stay here. I was gonna say maybe sack 1 CS or 2 to have that ward on Herald, so we know exactly like her timing on it, if she's getting on it, if she's already on it, etc. But then on the other hand, we could say that it's useless, because even if you see her doing Herald, well, you're not gonna defend it.
Stop it.
Yeah. But you see just what I'm thinking about, you know. So if I see my jungler being bot, making that play, and my mid pushing in, and Shyvana is not there, like, it means that she's only like topside, and topside, what is there to play? Our jungle and Herald. And maybe actually if I put a ward on Herald and see that she's not on Herald, I would maybe check my red buff, because that's the second like better objective that she could be doing on that timer. Also, you have a cannon wave, so it gives you a bit of time to do that. So again, it's not a must, but it's just like the kind of things you need to keep thinking during your game, you know, like
something to keep in mind.
And I wouldn't go crazy on that play, like maybe well, maybe, you know, if you put that ward on Herald and you see her on a Herald, well, then you know that you're in a 1v1 situation. But what if like Shyvana just pops out of somewhere here? Like, she could be here, like it could be dangerous. I know that if I was reviewing my own game here, I would rate that as a mistake, probably. Because yes, now Shyvana just took Herald, but I don't know it for a fact.
Yeah. That's not a guarantee. Yeah,
it's not a guarantee, and she could be lane ganking, she could be baiting the Camille, and the higher you're gonna go in elo, the more these kind of plays are gonna happen, like in enemy team side. So here, I mean, we should know that after killing her, like, you know that Shyvana is coming. Like, she just took heralds. It's still here.
I think my thinking was, since she doesn't have flash, I'm not too scared.
Well, it got pretty close though.
That was my thinking.
I mean, wait, did she hit that auto attack? It didn't kill you? What the fuck?
I missed it. Maybe.
Okay, well, good job.
I did W her, so maybe
just
less damage. Or maybe did she cancel? Oh, I think she autoed a minion.
Yeah, she autoed a minion, actually. Yup. Okay, nice movements here. I mean, we're gonna praise the good things that you're like. Of course, as a coach, like, I'm supposed to talk about the things that you've been doing poorly or wrong, but you've been doing a lot of things right. Like, it shows that, okay, you know TRYNDAMERE, you know him mechanically. Like, only a few ults didn't go through, but I don't think it's like, out of 50 games, I don't think it's gonna be like the big issue. You were able to come back. You were able like to chill and say, okay, this is not too bad. I can still come back from this. I know my matchup. I can still punish. It's not because you're 1 kill down or 2 kills down that. I mean, you did it once at level 5. But other than that, like, you're still able to to play actively your game. And here we have a bit of the same situation with Viego. I feel like overall, like, you kind of struggle to play with your jungler, because here I would argue also that we should unlock the camera, see when Viego exactly shows in vision. And here you're actually saying it. You're saying, Viego, go, go, go. Or you said it before. You were like, go, go.
Yeah, go.
But
well, yeah, when we was like level 4 or something.
He doesn't hear you. He doesn't.
Yeah.
On that play, I think. Go in. Yeah, but we'll ping it, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I need to ping all in, or on the way or something. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm real bad about that.
So I understand that when you're coming, that's when you're going. Maybe do not ping it too early, because sometimes you will ping in and they will hit, and then it will be like, okay, let's go. But whenever you want him to go, just at least ping it. You cannot expect him to go when you want him to go, because it's solo queue and you cannot control him. But here, like, I'm not the Viego. Like, it's don't tell it to me. Like, tell it to him.
Yeah, that's,
And then-
yeah, that's just
and-
that's a bad habit I used to have
And then,
from like
And
my
then?
fives.
why are we clicking back here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, just go
not
and
sure.
again. Yeah.
I'm not. I couldn't tell you, dude. Honestly, don't know. Maybe because I missed W. I'm not sure.
Maybe, but you still have Viego, like Viego W,
Yeah, but yeah,
and he can
Viego's right
cancel
there.
her
She
E
didn't have
actually if he
flash. Like you
plays.
just gotta go.
Yeah. So yeah, and now she look at all the distance she created on you when you were like in melee range already, and now you cannot hit, and now you have to E to close that distance, and you don't have that E to follow her. So and then you're like, I don't like the time it's taking, but it's taking a lot of time because you gave her.
Yeah, because it was definitely my fault.
So okay, we still get the kill, and then we get the crash and demolish proc.
Do not have TP. I think I should have went for that third plate, to be honest. Because
Okay.
I was holding because she didn't TP, but maybe she didn't TP because Siobhan already got the wave.
So different things. So one thing when reflex sec you need to get is whenever someone is showing on your screen, press tab, look at his items. If this guy has no defensive items, I would go like, you know that you can just instant dive her.
Okay.
I feel like if she has no defensive items, if she has stab, it's never a solo kill. If she doesn't, I think auto E out first, and to maybe like bait abilities and get some damage, etc. And then you ghost in and you go in and you probably just kill the guy.
Okay.
I think maybe that will be one play, but
you're right for sure.
so the thing about it is, if you do that play, can I put you off tempo? Because after that, like you will have all the time to do the play and then to press base and to go base, and during that time, Camille is gonna be
Actually, no. You know
because
what?
now she's gonna be up and she has E to come back to lane, and she comes back pretty quick. So it kind of puts you off tempo. It gives you a kill and another plating, maybe, and it's not even certain. So I'm not saying like it's not the play that I would have went for. I'm telling you the play that I would have went for. I would have pressed B. I would have just pressed B. And the reason for it is, wait, 1, 2, 3. This is a cannon wave. You have your item. You have your power spike. Your Tryndamere. You're looking to spike. You have your ghost. Like, if you back here, get your power spike, come back with this, a longsword, and your ghost, it's game over. Like, Camille, like you just kill her instant. Okay, it's not a cannon wave. You just kill her instant. And I feel like the other play would be maybe to push that wave, because we have Iron Spike Whip and still Camille would be around here right now. And clear this, and then base on the cannon wave. If I realized that this was not a cannon wave, I would have probably checked it then.
One more.
But here, like the thing is, in League, sometimes you do the wrong thing and you're rewarded for it. That's why I'm actually asking right now.
Back, so I don't want it to.
And sometimes you do the wrong thing, the right thing, and you're being punished for it. But now that you're hitting this, okay, now Camille can kind of hold you in lane. And at this point, she has an item advantage. And yes, this happens. And Shyvana ends up like ulting away. And then Camille goes crazy on that Viego for some reason when she doesn't have mid prio. And this is not, I don't think it is you making the right play. You played it good mechanically, and you were like, at this moment you're doing the right play. From now on, like you're playing like close to perfect. It's amazing. But I think that overall, the general ID was probably wrong.
Like just take the reset after that.
Yeah,
after
like
Shyvana clears.
As soon as Shyvana is coming, go and press your B, because you still have the time to come before like Camille has the time to crash that next wave. And also you come back with straight breaker, and then it's guaranteed. Like it's a guaranteed win. It doesn't rely on Viego doing his thing and on Lux coming first and on them committing super hard for some reason. And so it ended up working, but yeah, I'm just telling you.
That's where a lot of my bad habits are coming from, is the people do the wrong play, so I just capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Rather than me doing the right thing initially.
Yeah, for me, like when Viego's like pinged that he was coming, I would actually ping him back instant. Like he pings that he goes, I would ping back, press B. That's it. That's what I would do.
I say a lot of the time though, people overcommit to stuff too. So like I will ping back people and then they just don't listen.
Oh yeah, like of course you shouldn't expect them to listen, but if you're like you're getting coach, you're getting better, or you're like trying to get better, and eventually you're gonna get better, gonna win more games, gonna gain some MMR, gonna gain some elo, and then you're not gonna play with these guys anymore. So don't get used to playing plays that won't happen anymore when you will start playing right. You know, like it's kind of putting a glass ceiling on your own head. You know, if it makes sense. Okay, and now the game is looking really good at that point, but it ends up as a loss. So I don't think it starts yet. So first, I don't agree that much. Okay, I still have, okay, I still have enough time. I'm not a big fan of the blue trinket. I feel like blue trinket is meant for champions that cannot access where they want vision. It's good on a Xerath. It's good on a Lux. Why not? It's good on Camille. It's good on an ADC. Because it allows them to get vision from very far. But you're Tryndamere, and you have your E, and you have your W to scout bushes, so you know if someone is there or not. And in the worst case scenario, you have your ult, and you're like, I feel like it's either, if you want to get vision, it should be yellow trinket, but I feel like most of the time it should be a red trinket on Tryndamere. Especially with the way you're playing it, and you're trying to be there most of the time for the action. Well, the best thing to do as Tryndamere is actually to push aside, like if you want a team fight and group, etc., is pushing aside, make sure that someone is there to match you, and then rotate to the team fight and get a flank position. And that's where the red trinket comes in handy, because now, while you're rotating, you know if they know if you're here or not. And if you walk on a ward, you can just clear it and then take another path. And if you don't walk on a ward, it's even better, because now you know for a fact that they don't know that you're here. So it's good. So I feel like on Tryndamere, it's very rarely blue trinket. It is into some comps where you cannot access the jungle, you cannot walk up. And here you could argue, well, Camille can ult me, etc. Well, you just kill her if she ults you, like you're just beating her at that point.
So I'm looking at my match history, and I do go red trinket sometimes. And because I have been liking it, I've been going it on other like top laners, like whenever I play Sion or Gragas or Aatrox even, I'll go for the vision clear. But I don't know why. I maybe just old habits, because I used to go blue trinket a lot before they nerfed it.
Okay.
But even so, I still think you're right. Like, clear vision's better, and then like as you said, if there is a ward there, well, hey, you clear the ward. If there isn't a ward there, well, now you know they don't know you're there.
Yeah, it's always good. As soon as you use it, it's good. Okay, now there's actually something. So it's something it's a mental block that all League of Legends players have. Like even in Challenger, etc. When I watch like high elo games, it's funny how once the turret has been taken, we start by default we start pushing, or we don't play the waves like we are used to playing the waves. I will explain further. Here, for example, imagine if there is a turret here and you're still in laning phase. Well, with these minions,
clear that like that. Yeah,
you have a freeze, and you'll probably freeze. And actually, the fact that there's no turret makes it even a better freeze, because now, if Camille walks up, like you have all of this space to run her down, which is more than enough with your Stridebreaker. Also, if you're not gonna... Oh, and also, why do I call for a freeze? It's because Viego is bot, and your bot lane just came back from base. So here, pushing doesn't achieve anything. It's just gonna put you in a situation where you can get collapsed on. And that's what, like, it doesn't happen because you're still respecting it a bit. But now, look at this next wave. So here, your next wave, like, you could look to deny it. But now, we decide to push. Okay. We could still slow push. It's not because we're at that point of the game. I think here going for Scuttle, for example, could be like pretty good. And then you're forcing Camille on walking up, and then maybe you can rotate on Camille. Like if there is a Scuttle, like you can go for Scuttle. And you would have actually denied Scuttle to Shivan at the very last minute. If you pull Scuttle from top side, Shivan is going to play for Scuttle, you would actually deny her the Scuttle. So you will actually deny her vision in the river for like a minute and a half, something like that. And 90 gold, so it's actually 180 gold differential just for that little Scuttle. And during that time, the waves are gonna neutralize themselves. But here, like, we decide on hard pushing, and now what does it do? It makes it so you have to walk up this far to clear that wave when your team just came out on the map and is not pressuring anything, and you don't have vision because you have a blue trinket, so the only vision you have is like one small ward here, and also you're giving this whole wave to Camille or whoever wants to get it.
Right.
And then you actually probably gonna need to drop some of that minion wave. So you see how
someone like Leona just walks up and then I have to give it up.
Yeah, so now you lose 3 casters, you give the whole wave, you give them a freeze if they want to freeze, and you don't get anything, basically. So my point is, like, it's funny, and sometimes I do it myself, how whenever the turret is gone, or one turret is gone, we stop playing the waves for some reason. We just start, like, perma pushing.
Just goes out the window.
Yeah. When it's still, like, it always exists. The wave management is not, like, it's not optional. And now you see that fight you're taking, well, you could be taking it, like, way up. Or she could maybe not even have access to the wave. Okay. And then I think okay, so here you're in a fight, so I'm not expecting you to look at what's happening here. Here I think we don't ult. Well, just keep in mind that Shyvana would work with auto resets. Like, look at that. That's like 2 ticks of damage. It's like 250, 400 on her burst. You see, like, there's 2 lines of damage. So I mean, that's something you can keep for later. But even if you slow pushed or if you froze, like, you wouldn't have to fight her here, and Shyvana wouldn't be able to, like, just come to you that easily. Okay, we still did 1-4-1, and Lux is pushing bot and scaling T2. It's still good for us. And now I think we start to have, like, the biggest issue, which is, like, something that you keep on doing.
We should probably contest this Herald.
Okay, so here you decide to play for Herald. Why not? I'm fine with it. Like, you just come back on map. You don't have the time to pressure anything bot, so now you decide to play for that Herald. How do we play this out? I mean, yeah, I think for this time, there's a fight that goes on for a bit too long before you start being concerned by it. Like, here we see Leona. Leona engaged on Morgana. One guy is dead, and now we're concerned about it. I feel like it took us a bit too long. Maybe, like, just, even if it was not before, like, just like Leona Morgana dying should, like, instantly tick you that, okay, something is happening if someone is dying. Then remember how in Champ Select, when we were doing the thinking, we were already saying that we have like a lot of CC and we have a Viego. And Viego thrives on resets. Viego gets resets, we should win the fight. Like, it's pretty, like, it's that simple with Viego. You give him resets, you're gonna win the fight, most likely.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think front to back is the way to go here. I understand that, okay, you saw like vulnerable Aphelios, he looked like pretty vulnerable. But yeah, you shouldn't go, like, too far from your team. It's still fine. She's gonna ult away. And then when she ults away, I feel like we should go, you should go and start doing Herald right now. Because they're out. Like, Camille is bot, Aphelios is mid, and you have mid prio. Shyvana is being chased out. So the only issue would be Xerath, but where is he coming from? Like, he's not in your jungle, you know? Vision here, vision here, vision here, vision here. So yeah, you shouldn't be afraid of anything, and you should just start doing Herald, especially because that was the play in the first place. Like, that's what we're playing for. So as soon as it's free, we should go for it. So here it's not a big deal. It ends up working, etc. But now you're gonna see how in every objective it ends up happening. So now we took Herald. There's gonna be a next objective on the map, which is Drake. Drake is spawning in 40 seconds. How can you impact at that point? How do you impact Drake? What's the best way for you to impact and to help your team get the Drake?
Pull them top.
No,
or pull.
It's not.
No.
The thing is, so it's actually something with split pushing that's a lot of people fail to understand, and I feel like you particularly, like, that's the biggest thing that I saw in your gameplay. Like, here we talked about early games, a few things, but it was all fine. Like, except like that level 1 was a bit goofy, and then the ults that you didn't hit. But still, like, you're still pretty far ahead. You're 2 items, and look at that. In the game, no one is as fed as you right now. You're the most fed person of the game. You have 2 items. No one has 2 items. You're a beast right now. You just bought your second item. You're big. You're Trynda strong. Okay. Now, do you win side? Yes, you do win side. So we should say, okay, well, if we win side, we should go on side. This way we bring like maybe 2 people and then we offer space for our team to get Drake. Or maybe if only one comes, I just dive him and I get the turret. And it's only second Drake, it's not going to win them the game, even if they win the 4v4 enemy team. But they might even not win the 4v4 because my team is doing decent. So, okay, that's a good argument. But if you want to do that, you want to be top right now. Or even before. Because here, by the time you're top lane applying pressure, the Drake is already gonna spawn. And if they decided to go and commit on Drake, it's gonna be a 4v5 on Drake. Like, if you want to play for Drake, that's the thing. You could say, I don't give a shit about Drake. I want them like to start like fighting, doing whatever, and then I'm just going 42. Okay, I'm fine with it. But here, you're like, if you're telling me that you want to play for Drake, it's too late to go top. By the time you're gonna be on that T2 turret, the Drake will already be up. You want to be there before, so you're sure that someone is matching you. And that's and for that reason, plus the fact that you have 2 items, your flash up and an ult, bro, you need to get there.
Just team fight it.
Yeah, and you have Morgana, so you can ask for Morgana Black Shield. You have you have the Lux CC. Like you should. Okay, maybe you can go to red buff, but then after red buff, it's instant Drake. And that's why I actually asked you what's the objective, because my next question was gonna be how do you impact this objective? Because here I know that you should be running, and you see where Camille is. If you committed on top, it will be a 4v5 for enemy team. But here we end up going, and because we're so fed and we're going, well, we kill that guy super easily. And now Sejuani is dead. And we were playing for Drake.
Just do the Drake instead of answering Camille.
Yes, sir. Because even by the time you get there, like Camille, something that she does good is taking turrets. Camille with Trinity Force. So even if you're going to defend the turrets, it's going to be like 100 HP. Like they're going to get it at some point. And we're playing for Drake. That's one way of winning the game. Like having Infernal Souls with 3 Drakes. Oh yeah, that's a big win condition. That's a really big one. Losing a tier 2 bot when... And that's something you need to consider because that's something that you didn't do after. When after Drake, where you're supposed to be on the map?
That would be bot.
Yes, sir. Because now it's not like Nash is spawning and you don't have the time to create pressure, etc. Everyone is dead. Everyone's gonna spawn like at the same time, etc. So here your play is to do Drake and then go bot. And now you open a bot for your team. But you do like...
Gotcha.
What you do is like you go bot. Yes, we kill. Now it's a very risky Drake. This is not a free Drake.
Yeah.
Because now Shyvana is up. She can just ult in and get the Drake. And now, okay, we can base if you want to spend. Like it's not like they're gonna just do Nash. We have a pink ward on it, and the team is going back. And here we go
I
bot.
run back top.
Yes.
Yeah, I did run back top.
And you want to run back top, and you tell me it's to help on Nash. Well, I would argue that this is not your best way of helping on Nash.
So I had it flipped.
Exactly.
As I had it flipped, gotcha.
So now you should 100% go bot. You need to keep things in mind. First, that tier 2 turret, I know that there's no tier 2 turret bot, so it doesn't look that appealing. This doesn't win you the game. This gets you 600 gold. You don't need 600 gold. Like this doesn't win you the game. By pushing top, if you overextend, if you get killed for some reason, if they come as 3 on you to kill you, they're still in a position to defend Nash. They can send 4 on you, and it will still be good for them. Because they're in a position to defend Nash. If they send 4 on you bot, now your team gets Nash. If they don't, well, you just kill Camille. Like at that point, you're winning side lane. Your best way to impact is by going bot, and also it's only 1 turret before you're on inhib. And why do we go bot? It's not only like to bring people and then team gets Nash. It's because maybe you're gonna be able to get that bot inhib, and then you can go top. Because by getting that bot inhib, now the bot inhib actually is doing you the work for you, pressuring bot. And now you can go and 5v4 on Nash. That yes, but going for a 5v5 when they have Xerath actually, that's like one of the best champion to defend the Nash. They have Shyvana that can just ult in and smite. Like now, by going top, you're forcing yourself, you're forcing your team to get picks and kill them. Otherwise, nothing is gonna happen. Also, something, yeah, you should have taken that Herald at 17 minutes, because now, imagine going bot with Herald, imagine the pressure you're creating. So the best play would be asking Viego to put his Herald bot actually, but here going top, nope. That's not what you want to do, especially when you win side. Do you win side? Go side, that's what I wrote here. And also we said it, like your team, they're pretty, like they can be pretty independent, like Lux, Caitlyn, Morgana, like they can push forever, they can survive an engage by Leona with Morgana, Black Shield. These guys don't need you. They're like, you're pushing, so Shyvana, she can defend on you, like she doesn't care. Okay, she's doing a camp, she's defending on you, she goes for another camp, like she's still around Nash, she's happy. Like she's very happy, you're doing nothing, you're achieving nothing here. For so long.
Right.
That's 2 minutes of achieving nothing. We end up going on Nash, and here, so 2 things. Your team kills 3 of them. So it's a really good Nash angle. Right? 5v2. Looks good. So you should be the one pinging it. You should not be the one reacting to your team calling it.
I think I fight her.
So here, I don't know. You're not talking about Nash.
So
Not talking about Nash.
Last whisper. Okay.
And now you're like, oh, okay.
I will just start it.
No. It's okay. Three of them are dead. Team, fuck off mid. Let's go Nash. And by going Nash, it shouldn't be flipping Nash. It shouldn't be like we just hit it and then hopefully Viego wins the 50-50. It should be using Nash as a magnet. So you go as 5 on Nash. So now there are other there are 2 champions alive. What can they do? It's either they don't come to you, and this way you get Nash, or it's either they come to you, and this way you fight them because it's a 5v2.
Yeah.
And this is winning or
there.
winning. It's winning or winning. But here we end up like 50-50ing. So I know it's your whole team. It's not only you. But you need to be able to make those calls. You need to be pinging, careful,
right.
And then you go, and then like even if you go as crazy, yeah, like that, it's good to go on her, but not when Nash is at 1300 HP, because then she can just ult in and not care about you, you know. So you have to go before, as soon as you see it, like ping it to your team, etc. As soon as you kill the 3 guys, ping the Nash, etc. You need to like take the responsibility on that calls.
Right.
Okay, and you see that on the like that whole like 2.5 minutes sequence, what did you do? What did you achieve as TRYNDAMERE? That's like
Not
one
a
of the
damn
most
thing.
fed.
We're all dead.
Not a damn thing. You just dealt a bit of damage on Nash. That's it. And then that doesn't do anything. So you just used ult. Okay, you get that kill. Why not? So by going bot, you would make that so much easier for your team. So here again, you're not punished for it, because sometimes in league you do the wrong thing and you're not punished. I don't know what I laugh at.
Alright, cool. And I gotta pick so even if I don't know. someone's up here. I didn't juke it.
And here there's another thing that's really interesting. You bring 2 people top. That's good. That's good speed pushing, no? That's what the speed pusher should do, bringing people on the side of the map, so his team can use the pressure on the other side of the map. Well, guess what? You did it 1 wave too early. Why?
Because it was autopiloted, and they could have got mid if I'd stalled 1 more.
Nope, it's not about mid turret. You're gonna get mid turret eventually at some point.
Maybe not.
It's about
And they could just go with the fortunate.
Drake. Now Drake is spawning. And where are you? Dead.
Dead.
If now you should be pressuring, or just like a bit before, like when your team is in a position to actually get something. Like that's the issue. Like later you stop splitting because you say, when I was creating pressure, my team did not do anything from it. But the issue is you are creating pressure when your team was not in a position to get anything from it. Your team actually got a kill on the ADC on that timer. It was good enough.
Did they kill the wave? Is that what happened? Like, was the wave already dead after they got the pick?
Maybe, or
'Cause I thought
I'm not sure
bringing them
because
top was like because they didn't get mid off it, so I saw them pushed up around there, so I was like, okay, I'll stay top, and then you can get mid for it.
okay,
But I guess the wave died.
probably first you need, well, then you need to check for it, of course, and also
True.
this tier 2 is not what's gonna win you the game. Again, Soul, Infernal Soul,
Oh, they both
that can be pretty helpful, you know. And here, like that exact same play,
playing for the wrong win con.
yeah, and even yeah, like that exact same play, but 30 seconds later would be great. Bringing like Shyvana top, but here Shyvana has the time to come to kill you, and now to go back top bot. And now guess what? Like I'm not sure if Camille has TP, but I think she might have TP. And now Camille will be there before you. And now you're not there helping. Like this doesn't do anything. You're ahead of Camille. You should not, like, if Camille was ahead of you and then you trade kill her before Drake, okay, why not? But if you're ahead of her and you just trade kill your life for her life before Drake, that's not
worth it.
Yeah, that's not an impact. So now it's been 5 or 6 minutes that you're not actually having an impact.
Thinking what? Gotcha.
And we end up like being able to go there and kill. I don't know what happened.
I
that was that was a long E, but you know it. Like no need to like yeah, you need to be careful like with dashing like too far through the guys, but I mean you know it. This is not gonna talk too much about it. And at the end of the day, like regardless of what happens, like we end up like not getting this dragon. Okay, now Drake is dead. What's the next objective?
I think Nash was in 2 minutes, maybe.
So where do you want to be?
Bot.
Yeah, exactly.
Bot. Where?
Go
the
bot.
opposite lane.
I typed it here. Now you're waiting to trap someone, and it ends up working only because like they're committing mid. Like again, like this is not like you're not supposed to be here with Viego when their whole team is here. Like this doesn't make any sense. You know, like you shouldn't get used to that kind of plays. Just like trapping top when the objective is gonna be top.
They're all mid, and she's just
like unless it's 5 of you guys and you're trapping as 5 and you're gonna kill them. But here you're pushing again. This is not gonna do anything. And now Nash is gonna spawn.
Yeah, and then Nash is yep.
And even the best that you can do is get top inhib. Top inhib is the worst inhib to get. It's the best inhib to get is mid inhib, bot inhib, then mid inhib, then top inhib. Mid inhib because it's the hardest to defend for enemy team. Now they're forced to make a choice between like just defending their base or defending that Nash, so you have a guaranteed 5v4 situation on Nash. Mid inhib because it's the fastest way to like just end the game in second position, but it's also like the second easiest to defend. And then top inhib because it's the easiest to defend. Like they could be defending that top inhib, they would just get golden experience for nothing. They would just get free golden experience because they can stay top and defend it and still be there to defend the Nash. So yeah, you don't want to be playing for this. This doesn't achieve anything. Okay, you got 2 turrets and now you're dead on the Nash timer, and like doesn't do shit. And now we're going. Oh, okay. Now we can go top actually because they got the Nash. Okay, now they got the Nash, and now another thing that's happening is that you cannot split anymore. You cannot split on a Nash timer. 2 reasons. Yeah. First, they have the fastback, so I mean, just like at any time, just Xerath bases, and then she just clears the waves with 1 WQ, and then that's it for your push. And so Xerath can actually like be mid, hit your team, poke, deal damage, etc. And at the moment you're getting to their turret, he just bases in 4 seconds, press 2 spells, and then it's over. So again, you would have done nothing, maybe gotten that top inhib, but again, they have Nash, so they can defend the top inhib forever. So the best thing you can do is maybe, because here you have a bit of time before they're actually pushing, maybe push that wave, bring someone on site, and then push that wave, this one. So you bring someone on site that's looking to defend, and now you instant go mid.
Right, yeah.
You cannot stay on top lane, like you cannot stay top too long.
As soon as Camille showed, I was like, I stayed here way too long. Because then they just steamroll mid.
Yeah. And here I feel like you had like 2 good plays, but you went for the 3rd one.
I can get on Xerath, that'll be big.
I felt like clearing that wave was actually super smart. Super good. Clearing that wave. Because they only have like, they have a cannon wave. The cannon wave doesn't get in turret range. So they cannot push from that. And then, I mean, it's 1 melee minion, but your team can defend 1 melee minion. And then you have Straight Breaker, you can instant that wave, and then you're certain that regardless of what happens, even if there are pokes and kills and etc., they're not gonna end the game from that. You're like, this guy is gonna be able to come back, Morgana is gonna be able to go back to base. Like, this is really good. Or you could like either go for that, or now that you know that Aphelios is dead, you could also commit and fight this. Like
Right.
you have a flank, you're Tryndamere, you like flanks, and you have Viego that's starting to get like resets. He's gonna have his next ult, etc. So even if like that looks scary, like I feel like you could focus like
spin in on him.
yeah, you can just go
Yeah,
for
I
it
think,
now.
I think I said that as soon as I died. I was like, I should have just went on Xerath.
Oh, that's what you meant with the E flash. Yeah, because I don't know.
I think as soon as I
I
realized I couldn't clear wave when they Baron buffed it, I was like, I should have just went on Xerath.
yeah. Oh,
And then I don't know what that was.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, on Tryndamere, that's a good position. Flanking, that's not a good position facing them. Basically, like that's the most stupid general ID you can get. You're not happy here, you were happy here. So it was actually the only time you actually got to have a flank. Like, bro, you should be so happy to go on that Xerath here.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And even if you're not, like, they have a Nash buff, but they're not buffing this wave yet. So maybe instant that wave first, and then maybe you can look for a fight, but you don't even have to, because now there is a risk. Now there is a risk that they kill you and then they can push with these minions and end. But there wouldn't be one if you just clear that wave. Really nice dodge.
That was awkward.
And then the E flash was a bit awkward.
Flash just, yeah.
Okay. And now that's another Drake we're not really impacting. But this one, you couldn't. You're in reaction of their Nash. And this I didn't really see it. I mean, at that point, like... Yeah, at that point, the game would have been like very different.
Fog of War.
Yeah,
this Fog of War just killing.
Yeah, Xerath is not a good champ to face as Tryndamere, because so long range. He can make you use ult like super early. He can like use his ult after your ult, and then you will have to dodge everything. So yeah, and we're gonna get to like we will have to get used to playing Xerath again because he's being so strong right now. But yeah, I mean at that point like the game would have been so much different if like we just like didn't do some of the mistakes that we did when we were like 15 and 9 as a team, and we had 2 items and we could like just like
we had a pretty good window that we didn't take advantage of.
Yeah. Okay, so now you tell me, is there like I mean that's it for this game's review. Did that bring any question, like could be on the game or could be like around like League of Legends in general, Tryndamere in general? Did that bring any question on your side?
Not necessarily. I think I think that just really showed the kind of the bad gap I've had in macro. I've been just timings. Like I've been flipping. I was flipping it. I was like, you showed like I need to do, or when I should be doing pressure on a side lane rather than trying to group around the side lane that should be part of a team fight. I guess my main question is there a specific timer we're looking for, or does it just depend on the wave state? So like, say for instance, if it's like if mid or if I need to push a top wave to go for dragon, a good time to do that would be like, I don't know, a minute.
So
it was like towards the middle of the lane.
During my journey, I believe a lot in coaching because I got coached myself by some really good players, and one of them, challenger, like Chaco player, but also like a Tryndamere player, Jogbox, maybe you've heard of him. He told me, like, of course, there's no general rule in League, but if you want one general rule for split pushing, is whenever there's going to be an objective, you need to be on the and you want to apply pressure by split pushing, because it's not always going to be the case. It's just that this game you are winning it. So if you're winning it, why not go for it? Why flip a 5v5 when you can just win side? It's so easy, And in that case, it should be like around a minute and a minute 30 before the objective actually spawns. This way, even if your opponent went to the objective, he has the time to say, oh shit, I need to defend that, react, base, and come back and match you. and by the time the objective is up, he's matching you, because that's what you want to do. You want to bring like some people, and then of course you're gonna do that most likely when you're either like hard winning and you know that you can just dive the guy or 2v1. That's why I also like to go grass, because even if the guy comes, I just ignore him and I just demolish and just take the turret. And then I go Hullbreaker Triforce, but I don't do it every game. Or even it's really good when you're losing heart, because this way, like if the guy is way ahead of you but he's stuck on sidelane with you, it's really good. You're having a positive impact. But the general idea is be there like a minute to a minute and a half before the objective actually spawns. So here, when you went back like out of base and the objective was spawning in 45 seconds, well, it's the time that it takes you to actually get to T2. So you're just putting your team in a 5v4 situation that they might lose, and then yes, maybe you get a T2, but then your team gets wiped, you lose a Drake, and then they have the time to base and go and defend on you on that T3. So a T2 is not worth a whole team fight and Drake, etc.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's the general idea.
All right.
Okay.
I don't think I have any other questions.
Okay.
Just gotta clean it up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been like, I've written a lot of things regarding the early game, but I don't think it's actually like the biggest thing. Like, of course, because you told me like you had like big objectives and big plans, and you know like a lot about Tryndamere, I tried to go like as advanced as possible on that like first interactions, etc. But I don't think that will be what's holding you back over like 50, 100, or 150 games. Maybe the starter, maybe give a chance to the shield. You know, it's not being a beta male. It's not being like a pussy or anything. It's just like it's more stats. It's just more stats.
Yeah.
So. Or you can go deep.
It was nothing like that. It was more just like I liked like just building into the path kind of sooner.
Yeah, I get this, but it's just like if you do the math about it, you see like you're forcing yourself into getting 2 or 3 more autos and dodging 2 or 3 more autos. So you can do that again, but then you have to be like perfect on your laning. Like you have to not give an auto timer. You have to not E on the bolt plating, auto on the shield, etc. Like you cannot afford to do like this kind of mistakes. Gotcha. Okay, well, if you don't have question, well, I'm getting to the point where I will be asking just a few questions. It's gonna be real quick. We're getting to the end of it. The first one will be, well, of course, like I'm coaching you guys. I'm trying to make you like get better at League, but of course I'm coaching. I'm trying to get better at coaching. So if you can think from the top of the dome of the things that I've been doing right, so I can keep doing them with like my following coachings. But also if I've done anything wrong or could be done better, please let me know as well. I won't take it personally, so I can work on it and get better.
As far as everything, right? I mean, you were as good as it gets. I think you were very instructive. You explained the thought process very clearly. You were even about little specific things like the slow push. That was very easy to understand. Saying you were very like polite, very cordial about it. And like I said, yeah, it was very just clear, constructive criticism. Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay, awesome. That's good. Yeah, you didn't have to find something bad if you don't have anything bad. I would take it.
It's not even a bad thing. I would just say maybe ask like thought processes, like about things, because like we were pretty much on the same page about a lot of stuff. I was just in the moment, my thought process was a little different based off like the info I thought I had, but then you also, after explaining that, you were like, oh, but like for instance, when I was talking about the mid turret, you're like, or I was like, I thought they were gonna push it up, so I figured pulling them there would be a good idea. But you were like, but you didn't check the minion wave, and I was like, you're right. I did not check the minion wave.
Okay. Yeah, true.
Let's say so. It's not even a bad thing. Just like maybe just because it's just something else that the student can explain.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that you can kind of correct them a little bit more on.
Yeah, I might have like I might have hurried myself a bit too much because I was like, okay, maybe this is gonna get long, etc. For him, and also because I have a meeting at 6:30. So that may be part of it. But you're right. Yeah. I should always like try to pick your brains, to understand what's going on there.
That way, it kind of changes their mindset a little more.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then one last question is like I'm trying to like benchmark benchmark like the market basically. So of course, like I'm looking to make my coachings paid as much as possible. I mean, I was able to sell like a few of them, but I think I've done like 110 coachings and only like 3 of them were actually paid. I was just curious, what do you think would be a fair price in dollars for this kind of session?
Fair price. I'd say at least $25, maybe 30.
Okay. Okay. Well, you don't have to explain it. I just take the number. It's good for me.
I mean, are we going like per game or per hour, or how would you?
For
would
this
you
session, the
consider-
way I do it, like live game into reviewing that game and the talking.
Yeah, well, honestly, if we do talk about the full thing, maybe even $25-$30. Like that's very reasonable.
Okay, nice.
Because I would say I've learned a lot just from that little bit.
Okay, awesome. And then there were
I was like, because you weren't going over like what everyone says, like, oh, look at your map, but you're like, yeah, look at your map, but only at like when you need to, or at this specific time, or this is why you should look at your map and win.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like it's actual quality advice beyond just the general.
Nice. Happy you received it that way. Okay, and then Ozarka. Well, the very last thing I would have to say to kind of conclude the coaching is like, I mean, of course, I have a secret agenda. All of this. I'm like trying to make a name for myself. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to like gather some people around. So I will drop to you the link tree where you can find like the YouTube channel, the Twitch channel, the like basically like everything that I'm doing. That way, like if you think like you can get value from this in the future, like feel free to drop a follow and I will like answer everything, answer like every comment, everything on every platform basically. And also please know that you unlocked the message to Chaddouk thingy, meaning that if you like have a specific question, a specific build or play you want to discuss, you can just like ask me on Discord and I will make sure like to answer to the best of my capacity. So yeah, we can like extend it a bit. Like yeah, if you have any follow-up questions, I would be happy of answering them. No problem.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, it was nice. It was a nice session. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, you enjoyed it as well.
I sure did. Besides, the 2 or 3 missed stars.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? It made me feel better about myself. Like I told you, like on my Twitch channel, I have a whole emote for whenever I don't press ult because it happens, like every now and then. So it just it made me feel like more normal, And actually, the chat was on your side. Someone said it's actually hard to hit Tryndamere ult. And like every Silas player is also proof, like whenever Silas they steal your ulti, well then they never ult. So
they either don't ult or they ult way too early. And see, like it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. We're telling you guys, believe us, it's true. Anyway,
just press R.
Anyway, thank you so much, bro. Well, you have a good luck and have fun for your games and for your life as well. You have a great one, and I will see you next time.
I appreciate it. Right back at you. You got a follow from me. And
thank you so much. Thank you, bro. See you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you.